crop pant that has this great little crystal detail on the hemline. This is going to be about 22 inches in that inseam. And then we have the same colors we've heard us talk about, which I love. Different fabrications. So when we say tan, we mean tan. When we say ivory, we mean ivory. So I've got those two right here. So we have the tan, we have the ivory, and then we have black, which is extra special. Those are all your classics and your neutrals, extra small through 3X. But then you threw in high dive, which is that blue that goes back to my bolero. And these are not the same. These are not the same fabrications, but look how accurate the color tone is, the saturation.
Look, we're all about fit. That's number one.
Yeah.
And then, you know, color coordination and color matching, that's kind of our middle name. You know, we're all about that because that, by using the same color for a same name, it really helps you build a wardrobe. Makes it so easy because you don't have to say, do you think that's going to match?
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure. If it's the same name, it's absolutely going to match. That's the name of the game. And yes, that's the detail.
This is
that's it.
Wait, I think I need a bigger diamond. I'm gonna tell my husband. He's slacking. It looks like, I mean, these are faceted stones, clear, gorgeous, prong set. I mean, come on. Those are exquisite. And that's on each leg line?
On each leg. Yep, we got 2 on each leg.
Oh, look
Isn't
at
that fun?
I love that. I love a little accent of a little bit of bling. It's not too much. It's very, very like that whisper of wealth.
Yes, it is. A total whisper. Now, girls, this is Millennium. You love it. The Millennium fabric. It's what I like to say, looks like a woven but acts like a knit. Really, really important. Stretch and return like you can't believe. Again, it looks like it's completely structured, but they are so superiorly comfortable. Full rise, full seat. These pockets, you could actually put, you know, your cell phone in there, so they have real functional pockets, and of course, a great crop leg. Now, I want to point out that, no chinsing, girls, we have got the famous mesh smoothing panel that unless I pull this out and told you right now, even when you put on the trousers, you don't even know it's there.
Yep.
I can't tell you how many people have bought the long version of our Millennium trousers, and I've told them about the smoothing panel because they've said, oh, my tummy looks like they look so smooth on me, so flat, and whatever. I'm like, how do you like that smoothing panel? And they go, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't feel it.
You don't.
It's just there, and it's just giving us that little extra bit.
I love the wider waistband. It gives you a little bit more of that security. You don't have anything bulging over or rolling over. And then I love the angled pockets. Ivory's in the lead right now. You guys are ready for summer. You're ready for those brights. You're ready for all the great pastels. And everything goes great with this beautiful ivory white pant. It's not sheer. Another great thing is I'll put my hand under here. You're not going to see it. And I'm even going to do the stretch test, right? And you're not going to see any lumps, any bumps, or whatever the undergarments that you have going on. So it's a nice, crisp, beautiful, bright pant. Notice on the back, you also don't have any pockets. You're just pulling these on, so no buttons you have to worry about, no zippers, and no bulk. You have it in the tan, you have it in the ivory. I love the high dive because it's that rich kind of royal cobalt, and then classic black. So you've got your lighter tones, you've got your deeper shades, and then I want to talk to everybody a little bit about sizing. So if they're new to this Millennium stretch, we do extra small through 3X. The inseam is going to stay the same at 22 inches, which is perfect. It's going to be cropped on every height. But how do we size for this?
You size, these are your regular size gals. Now, you could give the measurements, but I'm going to tell you that is unstretched.
Okay.
Okay, so if you normally wear a small in Nina Leonard, you're a small.
Perfect.
If you normally wear a large, et cetera, and as Val said, it's not picky to height. So this is fantastic for my petite girls, and I know that you always depend on me to tell you this is absolutely fantastic because it's just going to hit you a little differently than just below the knee. It's going to go maybe a more mid-calf or even closer, a little closer to the ankle, but absolutely fabulous for all of us.
So if I was wearing these, you see that on me, it still is going to hit me several inches above the ankle, and even if I was wearing flatter shoes, you can see that, and
still
I'm 5'1½", so it's still cropped. So whether you are petite and under 5'4", or you're tall, you're still going to get that range that's lower than the knee, but higher than the ankle, which is perfect.
Exactly, because, you know, both Kenya and Carol are taller.
They're tall.
You know,
You're
they're
tall.
like, I'm tall, exactly, and it's still well below their knees. So I look at this as the kind of thing that, you know, maybe you don't want to wear a short anymore. Maybe you say, I don't love my knees, whatever, and I'm not really that comfortable in shorts. This is that ideal. It's got an elegant look, but you can wear it in replacement of a short. You know, it's...
And you might be replacing, obviously, your trouser, too.
Oh, of course, yeah, because you say, I want something a little better for summer.
And what's nice is, depending on how you've styled it, since it's such a beautiful column and it's so slimming and figure flattering, and it's all solid colors, whatever you're accessorizing, the top, the shoes, the handbag, right, it can create its new personality.
For sure.
So if you want to dress with the little kitten heels and be super sophisticated like Miss Carol has, Kenya looks like she might be, you know, going out, ladies who lunch. And then Miss Angie popped there in the back in that high dive. I love that she has sneakers on.
Yep, a little more casual.
Yeah, a little more casual. She could have her little flats, little espadrilles, or little summer slides, a little denim jacket. The top that she has is going to be really popular. Look how great all of these pops of color go back to these crop pants. So if you want to pick up the crop pants, remember they're $8.59 to get them home. What's nice, again, as I mentioned before, is I like that they're just so streamlined and pure and simple, but they're always going to fit. You pull these on, you go up 5 pounds, you go down 5 pounds with that Millennium stretch. You don't have to worry about it, and you're not going to have any of that little tummy bulge, and you get a great leg line for the spring and the summer for those warmer months. So thank you guys so much for your orders. 892-524 is your item number, and perfectly those little, I mean, I say little, they ain't dainty, those little crystals at the bottom, those are some rocks.
Yeah, they are.
You got some big old studs down there, but we do have